All right. So, UFC Freedom 250 just happened on Sunday. We're going to talk about it. So, as everybody knows by now, Justin Gaethje just beat the shit out of Ilia Topuria. Beat the shit out of him. He won by round 4 or a loss. Gaethje now. I saw this the other day. He's the first fighter in, I don't know how long it was, but the first fighter to defeat a defending lightweight champion, like, in the octagon for a while. And most of us, me included, I thought Justin was done. Okay, because he looked washed against Patty. He did not look good against Patty. Okay, he was just running into shots. He looked sluggish. Didn't look like he was picking his shots well. Not using his leg kicks at all, when he very well could have. But I was a little confused by that because he looked good against Fiziev, right? So I didn't put it out of the realm of possibilities that Justin could beat Ilia if he isn't washed, which I thought he was. He's 37 years old, I think, something like that. Dude's been through every war possible. So I picked Ilia, and in my opinion, I think like a prime Gaethje could have given Ilia a run for his money. Did I think he could have beat him? Sure, maybe. But I didn't think so. And so I took Ilia by like round 3 or 4 knockout. I think I went with round 4 knockout, something like that. And if one of the first things I thought, get the fucking general out of my face. One of the first things I thought, and McGregor said this on the Helwani podcast the other day, and it's that Ilia just couldn't take the damage, right? Like, as soon as Ilia started getting resistance, he was just slowing down significantly. Because, they had a bit of a back and forth in round 1. And Ilia had a very good round 2, but he hadn't felt pain like that in the octagon before. And when he started getting resistance like that, he was just quitting. Now, I'm not saying that Ilia's power doesn't translate to 155, because, he knocked out Oliveira, which, isn't totally hard. But Justin was eating these shots, right? And Justin's been put down before. And, I've said for a while that Ilia, if he didn't have power, he would just kind of be like Cheeto Vera. Just kind of slowly stumbling around the octagon, waiting for his perfect shot. And even if he hits it, it doesn't matter. Especially when you have an American autistic aura farmer like Justin at the White House in front of the president. But you know what else this fight made me realize, though? Is that Ilia has a fan base, okay? I know every fighter has a fan base, probably, besides like Brendan Allen, right? But, everybody was a fan of Ilia. Besides just like dead-ass haters, but, everybody liked Ilia. He was cool, right? But now that he lost, okay, I'm realizing who the Glazers are. Okay, but because we're putting out wild accusations. Justin having plaster in his fucking gloves. Let's keep the video going and see if we can get to the part where his hand's raised, because I keep seeing people showing like a little picture of like rocks in his fucking gloves or something. Anyways, and like, listen, having something in his gloves is like extreme amounts of cope, right? And I'm happy for Gaethje. I like Gaethje, right? So I'm happy for him. It's cool. But like, holy cope. And I'm sad Ilia lost, right? It's not great for the division, right? It kind of messes things up a little bit, I feel like. But, what do I know? But anyway, since Justin did win, what's next? So, Bisping asked Justin about an immediate rematch. He said no, and I agree. Ilia does not deserve it. If this was 145, which, I get that Ilia, couldn't make 145, but it sucks that he couldn't. Because Ilia doesn't deserve the rematch. I mean, not only is he just not going to be back in time for a rematch, because, I mean, holy shit, dude. He got fucking destroyed. He got two broken orbitals and a broken nose is what one of his teammates were saying. Something like that, right? And, yeah, I mean, so that kind of leaves us with three names. I mean, assuming Ilia can come back in time, maybe he'll fight Patty. I think that's probably what you do, but we'll get to that in a second. Three names that you have left for Justin, at least, is Armin, Charles, and Rufy. Okay. Now, what I think will happen is I think we're going to get Justin versus Armin. Because, I mean, Armin's popular right now. He's doing his thing. He's doing his streams with Nina and, you know, Aiden Ross. And he's doing good numbers, you know. He's doing good on socials, you know. Keep the division moving. Get the fuck out of my face, dude. Yeah, fuck out of here. You know, keep the division moving. You know, whoever wins Armin versus Justin, especially where Justin doesn't have a title defense, so we don't have to worry about immediately giving him a rematch. You know, he can get the winner of, and what I think should also be next, BMF belt, Charles, Mauricio Rufy. And listen, I'm a Charles fan, okay? But I also believe in movement of the sport and of the division, and nobody wants to see him win that fight. You know, everybody wants to see Rufy win that fight. They want to see him get a knockout, brutal, dead on the floor. I love Oliveira, but I'm sorry, you gotta die. That's just how it is. You know, I'm just the messenger. That's just how it is. You know, and even though that's definitely what they want to do, is Armin deserving of a title shot? I mean, kind of. I mean, Armin just beat Dan Hooker. You know, cool win. I mean, everybody knew he was going to win. Was I coping and picking Dan Hooker at the time? Yeah, but I see it now, you know. And Oliveira just beat Max Holloway, who's a top contender. You know, Armin might just be getting the shot because of his popularity at the time, not his, like, deservedness. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get, like, Armin versus Rufy instead of Charles versus Rufy, because Justin pushes for a Charles rematch. I mean, he's said in the past that he wants that match back. He wants that fight back. And I mean, if Justin looks as good as he did against Ilia, you know, he could defend the title at least one more time, right? Say against Armin, and then maybe against the winner of Charles and Rufy. You know, we could get 2 title defenses out of Justin before he retires, and if he continues to look as good as he did, it'll be good. It'll be nice. I mean, I'm sure if he just loses the title on first defense, he'll just call it a career immediately, which is fine. But yeah, so going back to Ilia, I think it's going to be him and Patty. But just the question is, and I keep hearing people saying, you know, that Ilia will be out in for a year, right? Patty's not going to wait around a year for him, right? Patty's going to fight somebody in that time. I think he's already got a fight, doesn't he? He's against Benoit. So, you know, I want to see that, Ilia and Patty. Early predictions for all of these fights, okay? I'm just going to go with what I actually think is going to happen, Justin and Armin. I think, I'm going with Justin. I think Justin's going to win. Flame me. I don't care. Justin's going to win. Armin's not going to be able to take Justin down. It's not going to happen. And he's going to be outclassed in striking. Justin's going to win. And we're putting Armin back where he belongs, back in the floating of the top 10, top 8. And then Charles and Rufy. Rufy's definitely going to win. And then, yeah, in Ilia and Patty. And here's the thing, right? Is Ilia might not be there, right? I know he keeps saying, you know, whatever the fuck he's saying, right? Lions fall, they rise, whatever the fuck. I don't know what he's talking about. He's yapping, right? But is he really? I mean, is he? And not everybody does. Even if you say you do, not everybody does. I mean, taking a beating like that, losing your O in one of the biggest stages in UFC. Shut the fuck up. In one of the biggest stages in UFC history, right? I don't know if you're gonna come back from that, but him and Patty makes megatons of sense. So, that's next. Moving on. Okay. Let's rewind this video a little bit. All right. Co-main event, no Shama. Okay. Now, when this fight was first announced, oh, man, that's tough to watch. I figured Alex would win, right? But as time went on, started seeing these sparring videos and the training footage, I started leaning towards Gon, And I'm not gonna lie to you, Gon is a majority of the reason why I went with Justin in the first place. To be honest, I didn't go with Justin. I don't know why I'm lying, but it's the reason it made me start coping for Justin. And I mean, my cope was correct anyways, but you have someone like Gon, and we're going to side compare him with Justin, right? Gon fights Volkov. Justin fights Patty. They both look bad, okay? Justin obviously won his fight, but Gon gets away with a sneaky little win that he shouldn't have got away with. And the next fight, he goes against Aspinall, and I wasn't convinced that Gon was washed at, how old is he? 32? No way, right? So I figured this was going to be a very 50-50 fight. Did I think Aspinall was going to win? Yes, but he wasn't. Gon went in there. He gave him a runaround. He ended up beating him by eye poke TKO. So, I figured Gon would at least have a chance against Alex, but the sparring was what a lot of people's concern was. And I mean, sure, you're getting caught against, Talus and Teixeira, and who was the other guy? I keep forgetting. I know EE told me about this guy. I just can't remember his name. I'm sure while we're watching this at Scott's, EE will tell me. But, these are long guys. So, right, of course, in a spar where your object is not to win, by the way. Yeah, maybe you'll get caught. Okay? Especially against a guy who has a fucking 112-inch reach, right? But for me, it was the training footage that scared me the most. I mean, Alex looked sluggish. He's 38. His age is going to catch up to him eventually, and it's possible it has. It's possible it has now. And I'm not even sure if his power... I wasn't sure from the get-go, and I'm especially not sure now after watching this fight, if his power is going to translate to heavyweight. Let me get a better frame to pause on here. Yeah, let's go with his fucked up face. And so, his speed just didn't look like it was there, and something that a lot of people don't seem to talk about that is just very obvious. I don't know if it's just so obvious that we don't talk about it, but Alex's openness to jabs is insane, right? I mean, as you saw, he got dropped by a jab. And I mean, I've been seeing over the past couple days that Alex has been coping hard on Helwani and in the different interviews and here and there. But he lost, okay? I mean, he lost. So when I was going into this fight, I did pick Gon by TKO. I didn't think it was going to be that fast. But I don't know if Alex beats anyone at heavyweight. I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure. He might be too slow. Maybe he does. I mean, let me take a gander at the rankings real quick. But, he's probably going to go against Josh Hokett next. Because I don't think he'll need a crazy amount of time off. I mean, sure, he got fucked up a little bit. But I don't think he'll need a crazy amount of time off. Right? So it's probably Josh Hokett next for him. So that's just what we're going to focus on now. I know I said maybe he doesn't beat anybody at heavyweight, but I'm just yapping. Okay? But here's the thing with Pereira and Hokett. Okay? If they're going to go against each other. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure if Pereira's power translates to heavyweight. Like I said, and if like Josh Hokett is next for Alex, maybe he could catch him. Maybe he could catch Hokett, but I doubt it. Hokett weighs 230 pounds, maybe less. What did he weigh at? I'm not sure. And I think Hokett will just take his shots anyway, especially if he has a full camp, which I'm not. He didn't have that against Derek Lewis. Definitely not. I'm not even sure if he had it against Blades. So if he has a full camp, I feel like he could mess Alex up. And seems like that will be the direction. And if Aspinall comes back to fight, I know he said in his YouTube reaction video that he will fight Gane in September for Undisputed. Alex has been asking for an immediate rematch. Definitely not deserved. I mean, I don't think I even need to explain why that's not deserved, right? But it really sucks to see what happened to Alex. I mean, because he's in a really shitty position right here. I mean, he can't go back to 205. He's got way too much weight on him to get back to 205. So he's just stuck at heavyweight till the end of his career. So, anyways, and I'm okay if they did give Alex a rematch. Okay, because I mean, nobody wants to see Aspinall and Gane, right? Nobody wants to see that fucking fight. I don't care about that fight. You don't care about that fight. UFC doesn't even care about this fight. They don't like Aspinall. I mean, they want to get rid of him as soon as possible. They ain't gonna re-sign Aspinall. Are you kidding me? They're not gonna fucking re-sign that guy. Aspinall will go to box. Maybe he'll lose, maybe he'll win. Doesn't fucking matter. He's gonna make a shit ton of money. He's gonna get what he wants. Good for him. So, early predictions for what I think is actually going to happen, which is going to be Pereira and Hokett. I think Hokett's going to win. If it's 3 rounds, decision. If it's 5 rounds, I don't know. Aspinall and Gane. I think Aspinall is going to... I don't know. It's too early. Too early for that one. All right. Now, moving on even further. I'm going to keep these rankings up, though. Where's Bantamweight? Okay. These next ones are going to be a lot shorter than the others because I don't really give a fuck about these fights. I mean, Sean O'Malley is just like... he took on Zahabi, and for a while I thought I was just like a fucking genius, and I was picking Zahabi to win. Maybe he'd wrestle, take advantage of Sean's clear lack of wrestling defense, takedown defense, but he didn't. He kept doing these like running little leg kicks to the lead leg of Sean, which Sean wasn't liking. Okay, we're getting an ad now. Sean wasn't liking that. But can we go back into this without an ad? Y'all like black screen? Let's go 24 hours of the greatest fights of all time. There we go. Okay. So Sean gets his KO in like classic Sean O'Malley fashion. Feed him a can. He knocks him out in a walk-off KO gifted by the ref because Zahabi was not done, by the way. He was not done. Can we please go back into that? Why is this video not working anymore? Okay, like Zahabi was like clearly not done. Like he wasn't done. But get the salute, why not? I mean, Jason Herzog over there. Yeah, I mean, he got told by Dana White, let my little boy, get his KO. We need to give him some star power again. Because Sean O'Malley's lost all his aura, all his star power over the past couple of months. Says he lost to Marab. He's just not that good. He still showed a lot of holes in his game in this fight. He was getting cucked by those leg kicks, just like he gets cucked in real life. But I mean, if O'Malley wants to stay active, yeah, I mean, he still could have recovered there. But I mean, if O'Malley wants to stay active, which I doubt, maybe they'll give him Umar next, especially with an offer like that. Like if UFC offers O'Malley Umar, I mean, he's not gonna fucking take that fight. I mean, I wouldn't even take that fight. So he is probably gonna wait out for the Merab and Yan trilogy. What do I think of that fight? Merab and Yan, anyways. I mean, Umar demolishes Sean. Obviously, I think you're a retard if you think differently. But I'm not sure about Merab and Yan, honestly. I think it's gonna be a good fight. That's what I think. And as for Zahabi, feed him someone unranked and cool so they can just enter the rankings. Zahabi is 37 to 38, I think, is what I saw. So give him like a Talbot. I don't know if he already has a fight booked or not, but whatever. Dude's 38. Moving on. Alright, I already mentioned this. Hokit destroyed Lewis. He's cringe, maybe. Who cares if he's not or if he is? He seems to be a good fighter. You know, I was not convinced after the Blades performance, but, you know, he did to Lewis exactly what you should do to Lewis, which he didn't take any damage. He beat the shit out of him, and he looked good. So Hokit gets Pereira next. I know we already went over that, so I'm not going to dwell on that again. As for Lewis, though, it's time to retire. And back to Hokit. I mean, like him or not, he's good for the sport. You're a fucking idiot if you think not. We move on. Oh shit, wait, I forgot about this fight. Oh, I didn't even write shit down about this fight. What the fuck else was gonna happen, right? Moving on. We already talked about what's next for Rufy. Chandler retire. Anyways. Listen, I don't know how this retard keeps winning fights, okay? I just... I don't fucking get it, okay? I don't understand how he keeps fucking winning. It doesn't make any sense to me. He sucks, okay? And they give him people that suck even worse. You know, and it's my fault. I say give him Izzy next. Give him Israel Adesanya, the last style bender. Because what is Izzy now? Probably ranked 9 or something like that. I mean, I hate to say it, but Bo Nickel's a big name in the middleweight division. Look at him walking around thinking he knows shit, bro. Get this guy out of my fucking face, dude. Oh, I hate this fucking guy. Anyways, yeah, give Bo Nickel to Izzy, because Dana White loves to give Izzy, like, these fighters that have red hair, and Dana has, like, a hard-on for. You know, so give him that. Early predictions. Bo Nickel by spamming overhand rights and shitty takedowns somehow, even though it doesn't make any sense. Moving on to the first fight on this card. Okay, so going into this fight, or I should say going into this card, actually, I had no idea who Garcia was. He was the only person on this card I had never seen a single fight from. He got put out. He got put out, okay? But I watched this fight, and all I knew for sure, I didn't know who was going to win this fight. And Garcia was doing good, okay? But I just knew this was going to be a good fight. But Garcia was doing good. He did really good in the first round. And he was keeping his distance. Lopez didn't really know what to do. But then Garcia, just decided, okay, I'm going to mess around with Lopez in the pocket. And I don't know if you know, but Lopez is incredible in the pocket. Anyways, I fuck with Lopez, and I like to see him win. I don't really know what's next for Garcia. I mean, he was ranked like 9, I think. Right? I can rewind and see the numbers, right? Right, I can do that. It will show me the numbers. Yeah, he was ranked number 9. See, and Lopez is now kind of in a Max Holloway situation where he can't get a title shot until Volkanovski loses the belt. So I want to finally, because everyone wants to see this fight. I want to see this fight. I want to finally get Lopez versus Yair Rodriguez. I want to finally see that because these dudes do not like each other. Yair's a bitch. I don't like him. And Lopez is the featherweight goat. I fuck with Lopez heavy.